Hello children, you must have had a wonderful Raksha Bandhan, enjoyed the festival I believe. Now coming back to studies, we have already started the lesson number 2, the lost spring. We continue from page number 15, it is 15, okay. First paragraph, I remember a story a man from Udupi once told me. As a young boy, he would go to school past an old temple where his father was a priest. He would stop briefly at the temple and pray for a pair of shoes. 30 years later, I visited his town and the temple, which was now drowned in an air of desolation. In the backyard where lived the new priest, there were red and white plastic chairs. Now what happened, beta? He says, I remember a story of a boy, which one man told me when he was a young boy. His father was a priest in the temple, Pujari. Okay, so daily he even used to pass the temple when he was going to school, and he used to stand and pray to God for a pair of shoes. Now, after many years, when the author says that I visited that place, I went there, I saw the temple was in desolation. Okay, खत्म हो चुका था, वहाँ कोई जाता नहीं था. Okay. But at the backside, the new priest was residing. In the backyard, the house was there and the new priest was there. In the backyard where lived the new priest, there were red and white plastic chairs. So red and white plastic chairs were there. Now see the change. When the earlier priest was there was nothing except the temple. But slowly and gradually, when the standard increases of a person, they bring in the chairs. They brought the chairs. A young boy dressed in a grey uniform, wearing socks and shoes, arrived panting and threw his school bag on a folding bed. And थोड़ी देर के बाद, then what happened? A young boy came there panting, मतलब ऐसे सांस लेता हुआ. Okay, he came running, threw his bag, removed his shoes and threw them. A very carefree type of a person who doesn't care for all his things. See, there is a contrast. There's a boy who used to pray for shoes. Now this boy, he has the shoes, but he doesn't want to care for that. Okay? Wearing socks and shoes, arrived panting and threw his school bag on a folding bed. Looking at the boy, I remembered the prayer another boy had made to the goddess when he had finally got a pair of shoes. Let me never lose them. Okay, he says that I remember that boy, that man who was when a boy, he used to pray for a pair of shoes. And when he got the pair of shoes, he used to pray to God, I should not lose them. Okay. The goddess had granted his prayer. Young boys like the son of the priest now wore shoes. But many others like the rag pickers in my neighborhood remained shoeless. He says now, the children of the priest, they started wearing shoes. See, the time has changed, okay? These people are also earning money, so they can provide all these facilities. But still, the rag pickers are without the shoes. For them, the time has not changed. My acquaintance with the barefoot rag picker leads me to Simapuri, a place on the periphery of Delhi, yet miles away from it, metamorphically. Periphery means the surrounding, the boundary. Okay, near the boundary of Delhi, there's a place called Simapuri, and the author says, my acquaintance with the barefoot rag pickers, मेरी जो जान पहचान हुई थी इन लोगों के साथ, the rag pickers के साथ, that took me to Simapuri. Okay. Those who live here are squatters who came from Bangladesh back in 1971. In 1971, these people, they came from Bangladesh and they settled in Delhi, in this area. Okay, Sahib's family is among them. Simapuri was then a wilderness. It still is, but it's no longer empty in structure of mud with roof of tin and tarpaulin. Devoid of sewage, drainage or running water, lives 10,000 rag pickers. Now, how many families are staying there? Around about 10,000 rag pickers. The houses are made of mud, okay, and roofs of tin, okay. And if tin cannot be afforded, they used to cover the house with tarpaulin, okay. You must be knowing what is tarpaulin. Trucks में जब माल जाता है, ठीक है, that is covered with the tarpaulin. It's a cloth type material which saves the things from rains. Okay, they cover the whole truck with the tarpaulin. So same tarpaulin they also used to cover their houses. Okay, they were made of mud, and round about 10,000 rag pickers were staying there. Okay, they have lived here for more than 30 years without an identity, without parents, but with ration cards that get their names on voters' list and enable them to buy grains. Now, they had no identity. Nobody ever knew them. But these politicians, they are the vote banks. All these people, who lead a life of, without, the people don't know them. So these politicians, they get their ration cards made so that they can register themselves to the voters list. Okay, so their names were there and they were able to buy the ration too. Food is more important for survival than an identity for them. Food is more important than your identity. If at the end of the day we can feed our families and go to bed without an aching stomach, we would rather live here than in the fields that gave us no grain, says a group of women in tattered saris. Tattered saris means torn, okay, totally bad condition of saris. And what did the lady say? It is better to stay here than in the fields where there was no grain. Okay, they did not have enough food which is sufficient for their tummies. Why they left their beautiful land of green fields and rivers? Wherever they find food, they pitch their tents and become transit homes. What they do with it? They say in Dhaka they were not able to get the food, so these people they came to Delhi, and wherever they used to get water or food, they used to just put their tents. They fixed their tents there, and which became their transit homes. They can move with that. Okay, the mobile homes. Okay. Through the years, it has acquired the proportions of fine art. Garbage to them is gold. It is their daily bread, a roof over their heads, even if it is a leaking roof. But for a child, it is even more. These people, for them, this is their home, made of mud, covered with tarpaulin or tin roofs. Okay, I end up the lesson here, and we will again meet in the next video and complete the lesson. Thank you.